Hey guys, welcome back. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm Jim, and today I want to do a video response challenge for my friend Rick over at Vintage Oddball Cards. He did a video about a week or two back, and he showed some really awesome cards with some really cool backs to them. Now, I think card backs are quite overlooked and somewhat unappreciated. A lot of people, they don't pay attention to the backs on cards, but you know, if you do, you can really see some cool stuff, and you can really get some great information off card backs as well. So Rick is, he's not doing a contest or anything, but he thought it would be a cool idea to put it out to the community as a challenge, kind of get some interaction going throughout the community and see what kind of cool card backs some of you guys have out there. So I just thought it was a great idea, and I at first didn't think I really had too many cards that had cool backs to them, but I went through and I found some, and I'm going to share those with you guys. But first, before I do, if for some reason you don't know Rick, as always, the link's in the description. Go check him out. You'll be glad you did. He's a great guy, an awesome guy, a great, amazing collection. And if for some reason you don't know him, please go check him out. Without further ado, let me get started. I'm going to show you these cards from newest to oldest. So starting right out, I've got a 1993 Upper Deck Special Edition, Michael Jordan. This is his retirement card. This is from when he retired from basketball the first time. And so there he is at the press conference, retiring from basketball. And as all you guys know, that when he retired from basketball the first time, he went on to start a career in baseball. So when we flip the card back over, there he is in his new career as a baseball player. So really awesome. Just really think that's really cool. And that's a great photo there on the back of the card of Jordan swinging the bat. So retirement from basketball, on to the new career in baseball. So there's the 1993 Upper Deck Michael Jordan. I'm going to stick with Michael Jordan for the next one. I've got the 1990 Skybox. There's the 1990 Skybox. The front is kind of unremarkable, but what's awesome about this card is the back. The back is nicer than the front, in my opinion. There is Michael. As everyone knows, he is an avid golfer, and I don't know how many cards show him actually golfing, but this one does, and it's an awesome photo, and I just thought it was really cool, so had to include that one. Next up, one of my favorite cards of the 1990s, and that is the 1990 Score, Bo Jackson. Just a great photo there, classic actually. I believe Sports Illustrated is the originator of this photo. I believe that they had a poster of this, and then Score took it, somehow got the rights to the photo, and made this classic 1990 card. But what's really cool, the front is awesome, but the back is just as awesome. And on the back, nothing else needs to be said, Bo. That's just really so awesome, I think. I've always loved this back. You know, if you were around in the mid to late 80s or the early to mid 90s, all you had to say was Bo, and everyone knew who you were talking about. So there's the Bo 1990 Score. Next up, 1972 Daily Juice, Roberto Clemente. Just a great card. Really nice image there. But the really cool thing about this card, again, the back. So there on the back, if you've got this card back in 1972, this was a membership card for the Roberto Clemente fan club. And it tells you there that you can send in for a free 8x10 color picture of Roberto Clemente. And it gives you the address to the Roberto Clemente fan club. And it tells you to enclose 25 cents for postage and handling. And that's just awesome. So there's that. Now we're going to go to 1968, American Oil, Mickey Mantle. This was a promotion done by the gas stations. You fill up and you could get these cards. They came usually in twos and they were perforated. You pull them apart, and just pretty cool front there with Mantle swinging the bat. But what's even really cool is the back. It's got the winner's circle back, and you see around the circle, it's got it shows a golfer, a race car, a person running, a horse racing, a football player, and a baseball player. And those were all the different cards that you could get in this series. And something that's really cool too about this is you can win Corvettes, not win a Corvette, but win Corvettes. So apparently they gave multiple Corvettes away. And how cool would it have been to win a 1968 Corvette back in the day? So there is the 1968 American Oil, Mickey Mantle. Sticking with the oil theme, we've got the 1968 Atlantic Oil. And there's my guy, Kyle Yastrzemski. And I'm not sure if Atlantic Oil and American Oil were affiliated. I want to say they probably were, but I don't know. Anyway, there's the Cal Yastrzemski. Again, the front is somewhat unremarkable. It just shows a headshot of Yastrzemski with an airbrushed hat on. But what's really, actually, with this card, the back is actually more beautiful than the front. So here's the back, and that is just awesome. Such a great image there, man. You got the pitcher driving off the mound. You can see the ball in the air on the way to home plate. You've got the batter in anticipation, waiting for the ball to come. The ump is in position to make a call if need be. The catcher, you can see part of the catcher there. Just such a really cool, man. How awesome is that? And you got the MLB logo down there in the bottom corner, and you've got the Atlantic Oil logo up there. And just a really, really cool back, man. Like I said, it was nicer than the front, in my opinion. And of course, you can win $2,500 as well. So that was a pretty fair amount of money back in the day. I wouldn't mind winning $2,500 today, never mind back in 1968. But there's just an awesome back right there. So next, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Going to a Japanese card. The Menko cards, they had some funny backs to them sometimes. And I'm going to show you a 1960 Menko card of Japanese Hall of Famer Motoshi Fujita. And it's a really, really nice looking card. That red background really pops. Great image of him driving off the mound. And the back is pretty cool too. It's got a cartoonish figure of a catcher. And in Japanese here, it says Powerball. So obviously that was well before the Powerball lottery game. We're talking about Powerball that would come out of the hands of someone like Motoshi Fujita. So really cool. Cool image. Love the vintage Menko cards. And there's that. Next, one of my favorite cards sets of the 1950s is the 1954 Topps card. This is the Ed Matthews that I just recently picked up, and I'm getting ready to send off to PSA to get graded. It's in great condition, and just a really nice looking card. But like many of the card sets of the 1950s, the backs have these really cool cartoon figures on the back of them, and this one is no exception. So there you see, and it's got a really pretty cool little write-up there, and what it says is, it says, in 1952 spring training, Ed showed he could hit, but he wanted to prove he was a good fielder. One day he chased a pop-up. It went near the seats. Ed tried for it and landed in the lap of Ford Frick, BB commissioner. How awesome is that? And there you see, right there you see a depiction of Eddie Matthews laying in the baseball commissioner's lap. So, I mean, where else would you find that information from? I don't know. I'd never heard about that before until I read this card. So there you go. 50s and even early 60s cards, they had these cartoon type information on them, which is really awesome. Just love them, and I love 54 Topps. So there's that. Two left. I've got the 1938 Dixie lids. There's Carl Hubbell. Now, typically, I don't even know if this would be considered a card or not, but for the intents and purposes of this video, I'm going to call it one anyway. But I think, in all reality, the back of this, which is just awesome, typically I think that that's actually really the front, because these came on the tops of ice cream cups, and this would have been on the front, and there's the little tab there, and you pull the tab and this comes off, and then you look there and you've got your player. But this is really awesome. I love these Dixie lids. And of course it says not less than 3 fluid ounces, good for young and old. Hoodsy, Dixie's, Hood's Ice Cream. So there, just love it. There's the 1938 Dixie lid of Carl Hubbell. I mean, what's better than ice cream as a kid? I don't know, maybe chocolate. Here we have the 1922 Nielsen's chocolates. Just a beautiful card of Jake Dorbert. I've showed this one before. I actually bought this raw and had it graded not too long ago. And Nielsen's chocolates, like I said, they've got 3 different types backs. Typically the difference is the font on how the print is. But here we talk about Nielsen's Big League bars contain a photograph of a prominent player in action in either the American or National League. There are in all 120 photographs in this series. Nielsen's chocolate bars are guaranteed pure, made only from pure chocolate, cane sugar, rich milk, and the best of nuts. Always ask for and insist on getting Nielsen's. So certainly if I was a kid back in the 1930s, I certainly would insist on Nielsen's, not only because I, as a kid, loved chocolate, but because I love baseball cards as well. So that's all I got, guys. Go check out Rick at Vintage Oddball Cards. Do a video if you like. It's a lot of fun. Card backs are awesome. Appreciate y'all watching. Talk to y'all soon, and bye for now.